Because the last time we were in front of Miner's office, she came out.
He's in DeWitt, I think.
Oh, so he's not even here right now.
We've got like 30 seconds.
Now it's time to put away your taxes. Let's start with the transparency and switch over to tax returns. Oh,
Okay.
We're about a minute away.
Okay. And how long is that live?
About 30 seconds.
Okay. So we need 30 seconds.
Rolling right now?
We'll be in about a minute. We're going to be live here.
Okay. So what do we want? Transparency? When do we want to do? Okay.
well, there's a question about how clear that'll be.
Yeah, that's hard.
Hey, Trump, release your taxes. Get a little rhythm with it. Make a choice, Dana. Make an executive decision.
Is there?
Hey, Trump, release your taxes. Hey, Trump, release your taxes.
Okay.
Disclose or resign. Disclose or resign.
All right. So what do we land on here?
Hey, Trump,
Release your taxes.
Well, hey, Trump, release your taxes. Disclose or resign.
Yeah.
Are we go? Are we good to go?
A long 10 seconds. Stand by.
Hey, Trump,
Release your taxes. Hey, Trump. 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 Release your taxes. Disclose or resign. 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 We pay taxes, why don't you?
We
pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you? We pay taxes, why don't you?
We pay taxes.
Why don't you? Because he can get away with it, that's why.
Thank you all for being here today in front of Congressman Katko's office in the wakes of the firing of FBI Director James Comey. We're here today because it's very clear that Donald Trump has something to hide. Donald Trump has fired the 3 key Justice Department officials, Sally Yates, Barara, and now Comey, who were in charge and key in investigating his Russia ties. Donald Trump has broken a tradition decades long since Watergate to reveal to the American public his taxes. We want to know, what does Donald Trump have to hide? Why is Donald Trump not showing us his taxes? Why is Donald Trump firing the key Justice Department officials who are investigating his ties with Russia? It's up to our Congressman, John Katko, who committed in March to vote to reveal Trump's taxes, but since then has taken 7 votes against revealing Trump's taxes to keep his commitment and to sign the discharge petition that now 190 members of Congress have signed on the bill that would require Trump to release his taxes. This is a very clear issue. There is no viable reason to oppose Donald Trump releasing his taxes and to oppose forcing him to release his taxes unless John Katko cares more about his party than he does about the truth and that he does about the American people.
Yeah.
So we're here today to demand that John Katko keep his promise to us, as he's refused to do in 7 votes, and force Donald Trump to release his taxes. We, the American people, deserve to know what Donald Trump is hiding. So thank you for being here today. After this rally, we're going to go over to an event where Congressman Katko is going to be, and we're going to ask him, will he sign the discharge petition on Congresswoman Ashu's bill to require Donald Trump to release his taxes? An easy thing for Congressman Katko to do, and something that he's refused to do. And we're here today outside Congressman Katko's office because he's refused to let us in as constituents. Again and again, he's refused to hear our voices and to respond to us as constituents, which is why we have to be outside here protesting him today. So thank you everyone for being here today. We are fighting and we are winning this. We will stop the corruption of the Trump administration.
Transparency is a fundamental element of a functioning democracy. And we have Donald Trump. Donald Trump has installed an administration that is on its face more corrupt and unethical than any we have ever seen. And that's just based on what's apparent without investigation. Imagine what we'll discover once we have a real investigation underway. It's time for answers. With each passing week, the egregiousness of Trump's actions grows to previously unimaginable levels. Just yesterday, he fired James Comey, director of the FBI. They said this was on the recommendation of Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, who has supposedly recused himself from the Russia investigation. How then is it appropriate for Jeff Sessions to call for the resignation of the man in charge of the Russia investigation? It's time for answers. Congressman Katko is fond of reminding us that he is a former federal prosecutor, as if this somehow means that we should allow him to substitute his judgment for ours on matters of justice. Every time a constituent asks the congressman about the Russian election interference, he insists that we need to let congressional committees do their job and wait for them to complete their investigations. Well, look where we are. It is no longer possible to even pretend that a congressional or Justice Department investigation are sufficient. We must have an independent commission and a special prosecutor. It's time for answers. Today, we are here to call for a restoration of ethics, accountability, and transparency to the White House. Congressman Katko must join our call. As hundreds of Central New Yorkers who marched here on April 15th told the congressman, Trump must release his taxes so that we can examine his conflicts of interest, foreign entanglements, and violations of the Emoluments Clause of the Constitution. On March 7th, outside the Blarney Stone at Congressman Katko's fundraiser, he spoke to a bunch of us, his constituents, and when asked, he promised us that he would vote with the Democrats to require the release of Donald Trump's tax returns. He had forgotten and had to be reminded by his own staffer that only the week before he had in fact voted against the Pascrell privileged resolution that would compel the release of Trump's tax returns from 2006 to the present. Katko voted no. He made us that promise on March 7th. The very next day, on March 8th, we saw the eschew privilege resolution, which would compel the release of 10 years of Trump's tax returns. Katko voted no. The next week, on March 15th, the Crowley privileged resolution would compel the release of 10 years of Trump's tax returns. Katko voted no. The next week, on March 22nd, the Polis privileged resolution would compel the release of 10 years of Trump's tax returns. Katko voted no. The next week, March 28th, the Lofgren privileged resolution would compel the release of 15 years of Trump's tax returns in an effort to assess potential violations of the Constitution's emoluments clause. Katko voted no. The next week, April 5th, the Jeffries privileged resolution would compel the release of Trump's tax returns and delay consideration of tax reform until after the House of Representatives had seen those tax returns. Katko voted no. Now we have the eschew discharge petition. If 218 members of Congress sign, it will compel the consideration of H.R. 305 on the House floor, a bill to compel the release of 3 years of Trump's tax returns and require all future presidential candidates to disclose 3 years of tax returns. How will Katko vote? Congressman Katko, we call on you to put country over party, to join 4 of your fellow Republicans who have already signed on as co-sponsors to support this discharge petition. It's time for answers.
Why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump, we pay taxes, why don't you? Hey, hey, Donald Trump. Taxes, why
do you want? Well, from Congressman Katko in particular, we want him to abandon the stance that he's taken so far, which is to say that congressional committees need to be allowed to finish their work and see what they've come up with. It is
Independent investigation, we want it now. 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 Independent investigation, we want it now.
we want to
Independent investigation, we want it now.
demanding that
Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now.
Independent investigation, we want it now.
Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now. Independent investigation, we want it now.
So thank you everyone for being here. Just while we're here, there's a headline that came out that Comey asked for more money for the Russia investigation in days before his firing. So just while we're standing here, we're learning more about why this is an essential action. So we're gonna make sure if you're not on the Central New York Solidarity email list that you sign up here to make sure to get ongoing actions and ongoing ways you can be involved. Right now, Congressman Katko is holding an event, and we're going to go over there and stand outside and try to get him to make a statement to us about will he finally, after 7 times violating his commitment, keep his commitment. So Dana, you can tell everyone where we're going to go. Is that where is it?
The DeWitt Animal Hospital in DeWitt? Oh, we don't know where that is? Okay, I'll have to.
It's across Erie Boulevard from the old Shopping Town Mall. So,
Sort of, it's off Thompson Road.
yeah.
We'll get
It's
you
down
that.
from the Jewish Community Center.
So also, as long as folks are here, probably nearly everyone has heard that Katko has scheduled a faux town hall meeting for next Monday, the 15th, up at OCC. The Solidarity Coalition is encouraging people to go ahead and email CNY Central to apply for some of the golden tickets. They're limiting it to only 100 people, even though the auditorium can accommodate 350 people. So we want as many people who are going to ask hard questions to go in there. There'll also be a protest outside. We're also encouraging people to contact Katko's office as well as CNY Central to tell them that this plan is unacceptable, that it falls far short of the kind of open, transparent public meeting that we, his constituents, deserve. So please keep the pressure on them to open this up and allow everyone who wants to attend to be able to be there. Thank you.
The Animal Hospital is 5620 Thompson Road, Syracuse, New York.
If anyone needs directions.
Or if anyone needs to carpool or needs a ride, maybe raise your hand and we can arrange that. We want to have as many people over there as possible. All the media is going to be there, and they know that we're going to be there too. So, and again, just to reiterate what Andy said, this is Congressman Katko is doing not what other Congress people are doing. He's hiding from us. He's doing another kind of pseudo action to be in the public, but really trying to orchestrate things. And we need to put pressure on him and on CNY Central to open up this town hall, while at the same time we need to register to go. And then those of us who can't go, we're going to be outside protesting. We need to make that protest enormous on Monday outside the town hall to say that this is not democracy, that this is a pseudo town hall and not a real town hall. That those of us who don't get a golden ticket still want to have a voice. So, thanks everyone for being here. There's a good chance where probably you can find some.
I have to come back downtown.
Yeah, I think.
I'd like to be back.